At the bottom of the blue sea, there was a mermaid castle. The castle is home to a king and 6 mermaid princesses. In the world of mermaids, at the age of 15, they are allowed to go to the world of humans on the sea. The youngest princess is always thrilled to hear about what her older sisters have seen in the human world. I can't wait to be 15 and see the human world. On a bright moonlit night, the mermaid princess, now 15 years old, appeared above the sea. There were white boats with many lights floating in the sea. Wow, these amazing people make such big things. It was the prince's ship, and it was his birthday. What a lovely prince. The mermaid princess was enchanted by the prince. Lively music and laughter can be heard from the boat. Suddenly, a storm swept over the ship and the prince fell into the sea. The mermaid rescued the prince who fell into the sea and carried him to the beach. "Prince, wake up, my prince." The mermaid kept calling out to the prince. Then, out of nowhere, a woman approached, startling the mermaid princess, and she hid herself in the sea. The woman picked up the prince, and just then, he drew his first breath. "Oh, thank you. You saved me." The prince mistook the girl in front of him for a lifesaver. Then the mermaid princess became human and wanted to be near the prince. "So I went to the witch and asked her to make me human," she said. "Your voice is reputed to be the most beautiful in the world of the sea. And if the prince marries another woman, you can never be a mermaid again. You're going to end up in sea foam, and that's okay with you?" The mermaid nodded. The mermaid princess fell fast asleep on the beach after taking a potion that made her human. When she awoke a little later, the prince was standing by her side, but the mermaid could no longer speak. "I'm sure there must be a reason why you're here, and you should go rest in my castle for a while." So saying, the prince took her to his castle and cared for the little mermaid as if she were his sister. One day, the prince said happily, "I am going to marry the woman who saved me when I drowned in the sea, and she was a princess from a neighboring country." The mermaid wanted to shout, "It is I who saved you," but she could not speak. The mermaid princess just smiled sadly. At last, the prince's wedding day is approaching. That night, the sisters floated out to sea. "Mermaid, I asked the witch to get me a knife. Stab the prince in the chest with this. Then you won't have to become sea foam." The mermaid princess took the knife and crept into the room where the prince was sleeping. The prince is fast asleep in his bed. "Farewell, my prince." She said this in her heart and raised her knife, but the mermaid could not kill her beloved prince. With tears streaming down her face, the mermaid princess threw her knife into the sea and jumped into the sea herself. The morning light was shining on the sea. The mermaid rose into the sky. The mermaid princess's ears were filled with the voices of angels. "Mermaid, for the next 300 years, do what you can for the good of mankind. Then God will give you the same happiness you will always have." Thank you for watching to the end. Please subscribe to our channel.